From Lima, Peru, I'm Michael Lennick, and this is FHTV News. This week, we are documenting a trip of Florida hospital caregivers extending the healing ministry of Christ in Peru.
It's really exciting. We had a little trouble with our flights getting here, but I think it's all worth it now that we're here, and the weather is absolutely beautiful.
We spent the first day of our trip with a little fellowship and some sightseeing. Lima is the capital city of Peru and has around 10 million people. It's located on the Pacific, and like in California, sometimes the fog blocks the view. In town, there was a definite police presence, but they let us have some fun too.
I'm really excited to be here. I look forward to seeing the country and what its culture is like, and it's beautiful outside, it's warm, it's sunny. The architecture is beautiful and unique, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
Even the little gift shops reminded us that we were not in America anymore, but it wasn't completely foreign.
We still have Starbucks, we still have McDonald's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, all of those chain foods are still here, but we don't speak the same language, but everyone seems very helpful, like most Americans are as well.
Part of our day included a trip to Clínica Good Hope, one of 3 hospitals in Peru to make up the global mission footprint. The staff treated us to a wonderful lunch and then a tour of the facilities. The administration had been to Florida Hospital before, so they were pleased to return the favor. Milka Barnes is the medical director and speaks highly of the partnership.
Es un privilegio tener un convenio con el Florida Hospital.
It's an honor and it's a privilege to have a union between Florida Hospital of Adventist.
Es importante porque estamos nosotros implementando la acá.
Because of the knowledge that we've obtained in Florida Hospital with all the electronic patient input, it's going to be a very big help.
They've truly been influenced by Florida Hospital. Plans for their tower have been inspired by our own architecture, and perhaps this looks familiar. Our first day was a good one in Peru. Tomorrow we get on an airplane and go to Juliaca, which is where the heart of the medical mission trip will take place. Look for that in our next report. We'll see you then. Upon arriving at the Juliaca airport, the team from Florida Hospital got the Peruvian equivalent of the red carpet treatment.
They were at the airport playing music. They were wearing traditional garb, so they were very colorful with the hats, and who were there taking pictures. It was very nice. They were very welcoming.
A sign at the airport tells you that the town is 3,825 meters above sea level. That's more than 12,000 feet. Juliaca is very different than Lima.
Basically, we have dirt roads here. People are much more colorful in their attire. Buildings are kind of desperate looking.
You would think looking from the outside in, but when you get in there, you see that the people actually live in some of these houses that may look vacant. You see clothes hanging from the rooftops where they might dry their clothes, and a lot of people ride bikes, and they might not, like I said, have much, but they still, man, real joyous people.
La Clínica Americana is a 33-bed facility affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's been serving Juliaca for 89 years. The med-surg team from Florida Hospital was ready to serve.
It was neat to see the staff were able to even though with the language barrier we're kind of able to integrate and help each other out, and I think our staff was able to show them some of the stuff that we do back home, and they were able to kind of adapt some of that and show us some of the stuff that they do here.
Les Steele, the PA, I've worked with him a bunch, and Dr. James and I have worked together, obviously. But after talking to the people that work in their operating room, they've been a huge help with allowing us to use some of their equipment to accomplish the same goals, but just in a little different manner.
Well, all patients came out well. We're going to round on the patients today, see how they did. The Peruvians are very grateful, and it makes us very happy, and we're just extremely, yesterday was a very good day.
Coming up, we look at other things our caregivers are doing, plus an amazing side trip we all took together. That's coming up in our next report on FHTV News. About a dozen procedures were done by the surgery team, but there's more going on at Clínica Americana.
This room is in Espanol, ecografía, which in English we say sonography or ultrasound. And we're performing various ultrasound exams on the patients that come into the clinic. Most of them are like walk-in patients.
Florida hospital staff has also been providing some education like this CPR refresher. In the evenings, the chapel is open for folks to come in, sit down, and learn about creation health, or as they say in Peru, salud creación. Folks have really been lining up for the eye exams.
The most rewarding part of it all is seeing the smile on the people's faces as you put on their glasses for them, and to see how happy the older people are that now they have the opportunity to read their Bible. Because when they tell me, oh, you know, I want to be able to read my Bible, that really does something to me.
As a side trip, the group went on a tour of Lake Titicaca, home of the amazing Uros Islands.
Well, it's basically straw islands that people live on in huts, and they have little holes cut in the middle they fish out of. They took us into their homes and showed us around and sold us stuff. We gave them lots of money.
Perhaps the most memorable part of the trip came from Mother Nature.
We were sitting on these islands floating in the middle of Lake Titicaca at 12,500 feet, and lightning crashes, it starts to rain, it starts to hail worse. And very quickly you realize your place in the grand scheme of things is quite small. It's a humbling experience being out there that exposed in a gigantic thunderstorm and hailstorm, and just watching it come across the lake was truly spectacular.
The trip to Peru has been an amazing experience. I've been very impressed by the Florida hospital staff and seeing our mission shared between two cultures. In Juliaca, Peru, I'm Michael Lennick for FHTV News.